Hello, I'm going to show you how to proceed if you want to be an au pair in the US. And the first thing that you do is to go to www.interexchange.org and you'll find yourself on this page. And then go to Au Pair US. Here at the top for au pairs. And you click on Apply Now, which redirects you to the system where you send your inquiry. And so you fill in your first name, your last name, your email, country code, which is +353 for Ireland, and then your number, street address, city, province or state, postal code, country, Ireland, if you go through us, through Cara International, and date of birth. Let's say I'll choose, for example, and how did you hear about us? Well, let's say that you heard from us, from local coordinator, and here you can explain more. And you click on submit. Now when you have sent your inquiry, you will need to wait for your local coordinator to create an application for you in the system called Passport, and once it is done, you will receive a new email saying this: thank you for your interest in becoming an inter-exchange au pair. To set your password and begin working on your au pair USA application, please follow this link. So in the email that you received, click on confirm your email address, and now you set your own new password, which you need to remember to log in the system of the au pair application. So I will use something easy like 1 2 3 4 5, and you confirm the password 1 2 3 4 5, and now you can log in. And you can start filling your application, which is quite extensive process. So let's get quickly to start. So the first name and last name is filled automatically. Then you go on with a nickname and gender, street address, city, state, postal code, country of legal residence. It should be Ireland. Your email address, which you used when you were posting the first registration, and Skype name. Go with country code and telephone. Country code for Ireland is 353, and then your number. You can do the same with mobile phone, and date of birth, let's say no. You must know that you have to be between 18 and 27 years old to become an au pair. Okay, city of birth, country of birth, Ireland, I do not currently have a valid passport. Yeah, well, you should have a valid passport if you're applying for au pair, so don't take that. Country of passport. Unfortunately, I must fill all these fields while making this video because then the system wouldn't let me go further in the application. So, passport expiring date. Your passport should be valid at least 6 months after your return from USA, so bear that in mind. Country of citizenship, Ireland, and requested city of departure, be Dublin, for example. Now, languages. My native language is English, and if I have another knowledge of another language, I can use, for example, Spanish, and I would say that I'm quite advanced, and that's what you can do with other languages by clicking here add other languages. Now, English speaking emergency contact, I will say Jane. The first name, last name, then again number of telephone with country code, email, and relationship to you. It should be someone that is close to you, your friend or family. Let's say this would be my mom. Now we go to the section with family information. So who do you presently live with? I would say my family. It means mom, dad, and sister. My father's name is John, and he's gardener. My mom's name is Jane, and she is a teacher. And I can add here that I have my sister, whose name is Caroline. She is 14, and it's it says my sister. Here you can fill in your religion, and if you practice it regularly, then you can describe the type of housework you do at home. Let's say ironing, cleaning, cooking, etc. You can describe your family, if you have a pet. Yes, we have a dog. This is important as your family support your decision to become an au pair. So you say either yes, they are quite supportive, or of course you provide us with the information which is truth. And then availability dates. The earliest available arrival date is, for me, now it's September 2012, so I could come on December. And the latest available arrival date, it could be, for example, April. Are you already matched with the host family? No. And click save and continue. The next step is filling the childcare checklist. So please check all the boxes that apply to your childcare experience. First is, I have experience caring for children ages. I have 6 to 12 months, 2 to 6 years, and 6 to 10 years. Then I'm comfortable caring for children ages. Of course, you can again tick whatever applies to you. And I have experience with, for example, babysitting and camp. Now please check all experiences that you have had with infants, toddlers, and children. So my experience with infants, it means the children aged 0 to 24 months, is bottle feeding, changing diapers, and bathing. With toddlers and older children, I have experience with meal preparation, playing with them, putting them into bed, and swimming, I guess. And now, please indicate any specialized child care skills. Well, I would say I can cook and I have some basics of first aid too. If you go down, there are questions about special needs. So, do you have experience with special needs children, mental or psychical or physical? Here you select yes or no. To me, it's no. And are you willing to take care for special needs children? I put yes. Now again, you click on save and continue. And now there's extensive place to share your childcare experience. So let's read the instructions. Please describe all of the childcare positions, jobs, or experience you have had over the past 3 years. If you have at least 200 hours of experience with children under 2 years old who are not related to you, then you are eligible to live and work with host families who have infants. You must fill in at least 2 experiences, but you can add additional ones using the button and the bottom left of the page I will show you. So I filled the first type of experience as babysitting. Here you can choose what it was, babysitting. I put employer name, country code and the number, and then start and end date of the experience. Here you can add the children. So first child that I add is Kelly, female, and when I started to babysit her, she was 1 year and 3 months, and when I stopped, she was 1 year and 10 months years old, or 10 months old. And then also I was taking care of her brother Connor, of this age. Now, how many times per week did you provide care? 3 times. How many hours per day? 5 hours. And in total, because I was taking care of them for 7 months, I counted it was around 420 hours in this position. Were any of these children under 2? Yes, Kelly. And if yes, how many hours did you care for them? Like for her, I think I spent more time only with her brother, so I put like 300 should be good with her. Are you related to this employer? No, I'm not. Now check off the childcare responsibilities you had in these positions. So I checked the meal preparation, bottle feeding, changing diapers, supervising play, supervising swimming, and bathing children. But you can take whatever you wish, and then you can add something that is not listed there, other. And you should also describe a typical day in this childcare position. So I started to write like I started taking care of them every day at 2 p.m. I prepared some snack for them, and then we went out and we played, and then we went back and had tea, and so you can continue with the description of the typical day of babysitting. And you do exactly the same with the second experience, which in my case was taking care of children in a summer camp. I put also the employer name, the phone number and the dates, how many children I was taking care of. It was 8 children in my group, and we were 2 supervisors, and the age of youngest child was 6 and the oldest 8. How many times per week did you provide care? Well, every day, 7 days. How many hours? It was, I would guess, like 10 hours per day or more. How many total hours? It was 210. But no child was under 2 here, so I would know. And the employer is not related to me. And what I did with the kids from this list, I was playing with them, supervising swimming, and just leading them through everyday activities, taking care of them. And now here again, please describe a typical day in the childcare position. So then you can add another childcare experience, but you are obliged to fill at least 2 of them. You can add another one here, and then you count the overall amount of hours you described here you were taking care of children, which is for me 630. I click save and continue. And here I go with the driving experience. So, do you hold a full driving license? Yes. I received it like 3 years ago. I started the same year, but some month before. But of course, you put the actual information that is truthful for you. Do you have at least 50 hours of driving experience? Definitely. How often do you drive? Say every week. Do you have experience driving a car with manual transmission? Do you have experience driving in, I would say the city, yes, the motorway, and sometimes in the country, but would you feel comfortable driving with the children in the car as part of your opera duties? Yes, of course. And if you have something else to say, you can type it in here. So then you click on save and continue, and we'll skip to another part of your application. The second part of your application starts with employment and education section. Firstly, employment. Are you currently employed? I put no, but you can also put yes. And then follow. Below list all jobs you have had in last 3 years in chronological order. Okay, so for example, I was employed in Aldi. I would put some dates. And my position and responsibilities. You can be more specific and add some details. Education. Do you have your country's equivalent of a high school graduation diploma? Yes. If yes, what is the diploma called in your country? Just diploma of high school. And data received is this one. If no, when will you receive it? So if you put no, there will be another box here. Have you completed or are you currently enrolled in university? Yes, I am. And if yes, please explain and provide any dates. I finished my studies, and I was enrolled in university for 5 years. I would say I studied master's degree in business management. And of course, the university and years and everything. I put save and continue. Now there's a page of your interests and activities. So I ticked dancing, music, camping, reading, and singing. But of course, you can go with anything that is here. And now, personal attributes. What is your swimming level? And you choose from do not swim, beginner, intermediate, advanced, and lifeguard certificate. Well, I would say I'm beginner. Are you comfortable caring for children near a pool or beach? Yes. Do you have any food restrictions? Like you can be vegetarian, kosher, you can be celiac even. If you have any dietary restrictions, are you willing to handle or prepare this food as a part of your duties? I put yes. What pets are you willing to live with? I'm used to living with dogs, but I can stand living with cats and birds, whatever. And now you choose 5 characteristics of yours that you think your friends would use to describe you. So it could be from calm, caring, funny, warm, happy, brave, modest, respectful, easygoing, anything, and you must choose at least 5 of them. So again, save and continue. Let's see, general health. Do you have any allergies? Are you currently taking any medication? No. Have you had an illness in the past 2 years which required hospitalization? Have you been treated in the past for any of the following? Eating disorder, emotional problems, depression, seen a psychiatrist? If yes, if you take one of these, for example, you should describe what was the reason, how did you get well, what was the procedure of your healing, etc. And next question is if you do smoke cigarettes, and if you were a victim of physical, emotional, or sexual abuse. When filled, you go on. Now there's a part of agreement which you should go through. You should read all the terms and conditions. And after you have read it, you should be able to respond to these questions here. So you should have never participated in an au pair program in the United States before. You should be between 18 and 26. You should have a secondary school diploma. You should provide references showing that you have at least 250 hours of childcare experience. You must state that you have never been treated for mental illness. You have never been convicted of a criminal offense. You are not US citizen, and you have never been denied a visa to the United States. You must fill all of these, and then you must take I have read and agreed to terms and conditions, and sign with this with your full name. When it's done, you click on save and continue, and here there's a place to type in the dear host family letter. This letter should describe you to the family, your life, your family, your background, and the reasons why you decided maybe to be an au pair. What are you expecting from the experience point of view, and these things. You can read the instructions here. Once it is written, you go further to photo and video section. Here you can upload a photo of yours, and you can create also your album. You can go through all of the instructions that are there, and you can also upload your video according to these rules. You can come to these sections after you have fulfilled the other sections, so don't worry if you don't have the video already or prepared some photos. You can always come back to that, but don't forget about it completely. And now we are in the references and certificates section, where you have stated what documents you need. For example, you must submit to Cara International, to us, international cooperator. You must provide us with your high school diploma, the police report, passport copy, and driver's license copy. And here you can download these important documents, which you can print or just fill in the PDF and then send it back to us. The conditions or the rules of filling it you can read on our page carainternational.net. And so you should print or at least download and then fulfill these 2 childcare references, 1 character references, and special needs information and medical report. And so you can save link as, and you would save it in PDF. And then when you have saved everything, you press save and continue. And the last section is special needs section. So if you have experience caring for children with special needs and would like to be considered by a host family with a special needs child, please describe your experience and reasons for wanting such placement. Please note that you should also list your experience with any special needs child on your childcare experience form. Yeah, there's a special form for that too. And unfortunately, I haven't got any experience as an applicant. And now I hereby state that the above statement is true. So just fill in your name and then click that it's true. And I would click now on complete. And there is thank you message for you, and you can go back to your home page, which is this one. And whenever you want to go back to your application, which is here, you click on my application and you can see the particular sections here. And if you want to edit, for example, I would like to edit the dear host family, I just click on edit and I can change what I wrote. Okay, and so that's what I can do with everything. And if I make some changes, they are saved automatically. And when you've completed all the application, you need to submit all the documents that we were speaking about. It means all the character references and childcare references and medical check form and everything. And either you download it when filling the application, or you can go here to resources, which is very helpful section here for you, and you go to program materials here, and you have all the things that you need in terms of forms here, so you can download that again. And you have further information like calendars or frequently asked questions about the program. And well, I just say that you need to always check with your local coordinator if your if your documents are properly filled and if they're valid. And once you have completed everything, the local coordinator will submit all your application and documents to Inter-Exchange, and then you can wait for the offer from the family. Well, I hope you will have a pleasant au pair stay in the US, that everything will go okay, and yeah, good luck.